Hey guys, Jordan and Ryan here at CTA Madison. I'm going to go over a technique today. It's one of my favorite ways to pass the guard. We're going to do it from half guard today, but I use this pass from a variety of open guards, and it's a long step pass. So I'm going to have Ryan put me here in half guard. My knee is going to be all the way on the inside, like an old school half guard, not like reverse Telehiva, right? And you can do this pass with the knee on the inside like this, but it's always better to do it on the outside because I want to be pinning this leg, which stops him from pulling it out. It makes him a little less mobile, and it'll allow me to escape my leg better because my whole leg won't be trapped, it'll just be my ankle. So I'm going to block the hip here, and I'm just going to press down on the thigh just a little bit. Okay? I'm going to pop my knee out over the thigh, and then I'm going to adjust my base as necessary because my base is a little narrow right now, so I'm just going to widen my knee a little bit. Okay? It's important that when you're in this position that you do keep at least one knee on the mat. Okay, so the knee that's on the thigh is off of the mat right now. If I could drive it all the way to the mat, then I could pop this leg up, okay, because I have one knee on the mat. As I am right now, my knee is off the mat because he has his legs locked and he has this nice shin shield, okay, so it's hard for me to drop my knee on the mat. So I need to keep this knee on the mat. If I take this knee off the mat, this isn't wrong, but I'm unstable. So if Ryan pushes me, I'll kind of like lose my balance. And I can for sure stay on top here and keep my balance, but I'm much more stable with this knee drop. So if he goes to push me now, I'm just way more stable, okay? So it's always best to have at least one knee on the mat and never have two knees off the mat, okay? Now that I'm here, I'm going to reach and I'm going to grab his collar, okay? I want to keep my elbow bent. I don't want to be reaching and giving him any ideas about straight arm locks, okay? I just don't want to give him that control at all. So I just keep my elbow slightly bent as I reach for the collar and I pull in, okay? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to weave my hand between the legs. So I'll change the angle here so you can see that. So I've grabbed the collar and I've pulled him in just a little, as much as I can really. And now I'm going to weave my hand between the legs, okay? I'm going to reach as high as I can. I'm really trying to grab the belt, okay? But sometimes if the person's lock is really tight or if they have long legs, I won't be able to reach the belt. So I'll reach as far as I can and I'll just grab whatever fabric I can. When I grab the fabric, I shrug my shoulder a little bit, okay? Which will put pressure on their lock, right? Sometimes when you're reaching through, just doing this motion will break their lock, and that's excellent. And now I can grab the pants or the belt. This is really an ideal situation because their lock is broken, but you don't need to break the lock. A lot of the times, like I said, their legs are really tight. You won't be able to break it, so you just grab whatever you can. Okay? So now changing the angle back again. Gonna be here. Condensing him in so he can't chest escape and create distance. I reach through, I grab anything I can, okay? Remember, I'm rolling my shoulder here. Now I want to drop my chest, drop my head. I want to drop my head kind of low, right? I want to be near his chest or on his hip, okay? Different instructors will sort of give you different cues. It's just important that when you do the long step, that your hips are above your head, right? So if I drop my head next to Ryan's head or next to his shoulder, I'm going to have to really shoot my hips out far. Whereas if I drop my head low, I won't have to move my hips as far. Okay, so I'm here, I drop my head right around the chest area, that's where I like to do it. I flare my elbow out for base, and I'm going to drop on my hip. When I drop on my hip, my right leg will straighten, and I'll step backwards, is what I call a long step, right? So I drop on my hip, and I long step out, okay? Once I'm here, I can keep the pressure on him, switch my hand, and drive into side control, okay? Ryan let his feet open just because we were in that position for a super long time, so it put a lot of pressure on his lock. But normally the person won't let their feet go, but when you actually do the long step, especially if you do it in a quick manner, that will break the lock open. So one more time. I'm here, I'm blocking the hip, I put pressure on the leg, I pop my knee out, I widen my base. I grab the collar, I pull it in, I reach through the legs and grab whatever I can. Now Ryan has his feet locked here. You'll see when I long step, his feet will unlock, okay? So I flare my elbow, I drop my head, I drop my hip, and I long step. And remember, the quicker you can do this, the better, the more effective it'll be. So I drop my head, I flare my elbow, and now I long step out. His legs didn't pop open, and that's not terrible because I can usually still pop my, go ahead, Martin. I can still get my ankle out, okay? And that's a long step. It's one of my favorite passes. It's a great pass because I like to say it's a low risk, high reward. If I fail on the long step pass, as long as I have my elbow out and as long as my hips are over my head, he won't be able to come on top. I'll just be able to push back into him. And it's important that I keep that pant grip too and keep his leg trapped. It'll be very hard for him to come up on top. If I fail to pass, I'll just back up and end up in half guard again, and I can try that or a different pass. You're primed for the knee slide pass too. Okay, thanks a lot, guys.